No, I don't think so either, man. I really don't. Like I said, KCD was fun. It was fun. I don't know. People have asked me. I don't know that we'll do KCD anymore. I don't know.
You want to retire it?
I'm not necessarily saying I'm going to retire it, but I got to fill it out. I'm putting it on the shelf for the moment, though, because I got to fill it out, man. I don't know how things go. For one, let me be honest. KCD doesn't work as good when we're in the tournament, because I'm not coming in here and celebrating the way I do if they lose, if I got a game tomorrow. That's just how I am. You know what I mean? KCD, I think, got us through a special time where Louisville wasn't really playing in the tournament and they were losing with teams that we were scared poopless of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I say, I'm not necessarily saying it's for sure retired, but I am for me. Now, I'm not speaking for Marcus here. I think he'll agree with me on this, just knowing him, but I'm kind of putting it on the shelf for now and like, we'll fill it out. Let me fill it out. Let me see who they hire. Let me see how we fill it out. Let me see, because I expect Louisville to be making some tournament runs in the next 4 or 5 years. And when Louisville's in the tournament, like I said, I'm glad they lose, but it isn't like oh my God, thank God. You know, it's like when I'm still in there, it's like, good. Right? It takes a little pressure off, but I still want to win, you know? So I'll trade it all day. I love coming in and making mules and doing the fun stuff and celebrating, but my God, to get him out of here, I'll gladly.
I'll never, ever, ever get over them bringing Marcus Lee off their bench.
And just watching him like, oh, there's a ball or, oh, man, somebody bricked the shot. What happened? Where did that guy jump from the three-point line?
I'll never get over that.
Yeah. A lot of text. Cal's getting the band back together. The Eclipse has claimed its first victim. Says, I work for Jim Beam and I may or may not pour me something from away from the cameras to celebrate. UK's going to come down to earth and Cal's going to be like Knight at Texas Tech. Let's see. This is great for us. They're too ignorant to realize replacing him and running the SEC is not going to happen this time. Cal leaving UK is hilarious, but I can't see a world where Hurley goes to UK. UConn has 5 championships. Yeah, I don't think Hurley, UConn could pay too, and Hurley's from up that way. But again, I will say, and again, they're not listening to us today, so we can say this stuff today. It's still Kentucky. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say they can't until. That's why I say I'm not even gonna hide my feelings on that. Billy Donovan hurt my feelings. I'm not saying we'd be screwed or anything, but like
listen, Steve.
Scott Drew wouldn't. Go get it.
Steve, this is what I have to say to you. Nobody's going to hurt your feelings and nobody's going to scare you.
No, totally. That's why I didn't say scare, though. Billy Donovan would hurt my feelings just because Billy Donovan, I think Louisville and Kentucky fans have always
held him in high respect.
We both, Louisville and Kentucky, both have Pitino envy a little bit. Whether we want to admit it or not, we both do as a fan base.
And
Billy's the closest. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Where I think it's like, but does he scare me the way? No.
Yeah.
You're right on that.
And it's not just the coaching.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the system. It's everything. It's the, we're fighting over a recruit. God, it sounds terrible. We're fighting over a recruit.
No, you never fought over a recruit. He just took it. He's just going to take it. I mean, Cal said it, and he was right. When he wants a player, he'll get him. And he meant that not to Kansas. He meant that to a school like Louisville.
Okay, and not just a player. It's the, you think you're going to get him over me? That's cute. How about you have an announcement on ESPN?
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, their players are getting they're announcing their
Devin Askew.
That's it, right.
So I mean, yeah, you can say, okay, well, that one didn't work out, but it's still the point. Would he have worked out with Chris Mack? Maybe. That was a Chris Mack type player,
right? And
he just took him
by putting him. Hey, you commit here. Yep. We'll have you on Sports. You're a 4-star.
David Scott, man,
announcing on ESPN. You see. it's not just the players, it's the tactics that he could use. It's
good point, Texter.
Listen,
If that's how KCD has to go, that was a good way to go.
it's the Chris Mack.
Yes.
I'm trying to do right by Kentucky. They went to England, came back,
Mhm.
wanted to play. They said, no, you don't play there. And then they moved here. Then they scheduled Notre Dame in that
He
spot.
just moved our game around.
Just moved it 4 times.
He's one of the most powerful people in sports, man.
I know. And he uses everything.
I wonder how powerful the AD will be when he's gone. I'm telling you, there's losing him. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting
Go
you.
ahead.
Losing him is that's a shift,
power shift.
man.
Yeah, a power shift.
And he's going to listen and laugh at it all you want. And I mean, it is funny around here, and I understand the joke. Absolutely. Moving to Arkansas puts Kenny Payne back in play for him down there.
Easily.
And he's going to go down there. And listen,
If he wants.
Kenny was not good here and all that, but that doesn't mean the connections he has isn't still there.
Right.
Like, I don't think he could have hired him back at Kentucky. He can't at Arkansas. He's going to put together a team or a squad down there. Like, and he's going to be, again, one of the most powerful people in basketball, talking about John Calipari. Listen, you're right. I've interrupted you 2 or 3 times, and you're making a great point.
They use everything at their disposal.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, you use the CAAs or the, or the clutch sports. You use you have squeezed and manipulated every section of college basketball for at least 12 years straight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you know what it's like sitting and you're
Dante Maddox is visiting too. Let's go,
Steve.
It's an excellence right now, baby.
Waiting for, like, you lose
PP. PP.
One guy goes to Duke and you're like, oh, thank God.
I know.
You lose one. They already have 4 out of the top 9 recruits in the country.
Yep.
And one guy chooses Duke and you're like, oh my God.
That was it.
Yeah.
No, Marcus, one guy goes pro. Jody Meeks goes pro. Oh my God, if he had come back. Whew, they ran the table. I watched the team go 38-0. They won every game. And listen, and I've said this before, so this isn't even me saying it post-Cal. As much as you wanted to go, it's SEC, they took every SEC team's best shot. And it was like, they wouldn't lose. What do you do with that? They'll never do that again. We'll never see that again. Because, listen, there's a piece of us can respect. We'll still hate it. But if Kentucky is a solid 2 seed, 3 seed with a Nate Oates or a Scott Drew, and they make a run to the Final Four, you're like, that's college ball, man. Sucks, but it's college ball. I hope they lose. But, with Cal, it was different, man. It was like, God, it's not fair. Like, as a Louisville fan, you were like, you stomp your foot in your room, and you're like, it's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's not
They
fair.
shouldn't have that. Like,
that Marcus Lee moment, right?
yeah.
Another moment where I'm just saying it's not fair. Like, painfully, it's not fair. When I watched Tyler Herro rise up over Ryan McMahon in the middle of the lane.
Oh, God. And Harold sucked up until then. Remember that?
Yes. I mean,
they were questioning him. They were like, dude, this guy's not.
I mean, I love watching Ryan McMahon. Like, he's just the ultimate flamethrower to me, He's just I just enjoyed watching Ryan McMahon,
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching him do the most with what he had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then just to see how much Tyler Herro, like, his ceiling was just so much higher.
How many times I stand, Marcus, I stand in my house and just is YouTube on?
Yes.
Just go, it's not fair. They shouldn't have that.
He can't keep getting away with it.
I mean,
He can't keep getting away with it.
I was watching a Sweet 16 game. I vividly remember, man. And they're playing Houston.
Please give me that sound if you got
With Tyler Herro and those guys. And they're playing Houston. And Houston is out coaching them.
Yep.
Kelvin Sampson's coaching a circle around them. Houston taking the lead. Boom, boom, Keldon Johnson and 1. You're like, Houston comes down, draws it.
Keep getting away with it.
Listen, Houston, Sampson draws it up.
Keep getting away with it.
Yeah, you're fine. Play it in the background. I love it.
felt that.
Listen, Sampson draws up a play. Houston comes down. Boom, big bucket. You're like, they did it. Kentucky, pass. Tyler Harrell, 3. Boom. They're on to the Elite 8. They shouldn't have that.
You can't keep getting away with it.
It's too good of players.
You can't keep getting away with it.
It was maddening, man. It was maddening. Like, gosh. Again, we're purging this today because, like I said, it's a good time to purge because they're not listening to us, and I'm fine with that. I wouldn't be listening to us today either. Today's coaching search day for them. They've got stuff to tend to. But it's like, just sucked, man.
Get it out of your system.
That's why I'm genuinely not even laughing at Kentucky fans today. If you hear my voice, I'm not even like, ha ha, you losers. Like, no, I'm genuinely relieved. It's gone. I never thought it would happen.
Oh,
I was like, he's going to coach until I die.
Listen, Steve.
Where's Matt Jones today?
I wasn't.
Hire Josh Shirts. Go ahead, do it, you coward. You said we should hire him. You hired. Now you got your opportunity. Go get him.
At least interview.
Oh, guess what? Now you don't want him now. Well, hey, now. Let's slow down. Like, no. You were so adamant that that's who we should hire.
They're gonna bring in Walter McCarty or something.
Mark Pope. Trilly Donovan's saying Nate Oates won't be involved in the search. He just reported that earlier, or just a few minutes ago.
Why would he go?
I think they're going to get Scott Drew.
I don't. I don't.
I'm fine with it.
I don't. They got Scott Drew. That means this is already in play.
No, Scott Drew and Mitch. Listen, I said it on the show, and I felt terrible because there was a time you wasn't in here. There was a time that I thought we could get Scott Drew possibly.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought he was a great fit here, but it's like he's still a national championship winning coach. You know, but I said it on here and I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. But, you know, Mike Rutherford, I was just repeating what Mike Rutherford said. But, of course, you know, we have different audiences too. And it was like, no, him and Barnhart are like really good friends. Like they text back and forth. I think it was me and Nikki. I think you were in here with me. And it's like, and just immediately people are like, whoa, ugh. You know, like, well, hang on now. But it's like they have a really good relationship. And I think Mitch is going to freak out. I think he's going to be like, okay, I can't miss. So Scott Drew's the perfect guy.
Or he's going to get somebody that he can keep under his thumb.
Yeah. Possible. As long as it's not Calipari, I don't care.
Brad?
Sure.
Is there any coach besides Billy Donovan that would scare you?
No. Well, let me be clear. Let me say, because Marcus is right. I don't want that to be misconstrued. I'm not scared of Billy Donovan coming back to the college.
It would just hurt.
That was the one that I
fair.
just think Louisville and Kentucky fans have always kind of been like, yeah, I want you. You know, like
ESPN.
I think Mark Few would be awesome there.
Did Calipari underachieve at Kentucky?
Watch how good he gets.
Oh, yeah. Publicly good or privately good?
I know. Oh, both.
Are we rooting for him now? Are we like low key rooting for
I
Arkansas to just tear the house down?
Oh, I am. Let's go, Hogs. I might have to make a game down at Bud Walton. Oh, Pig Sweet.
Is it going to be?
Because here, you want to know what else you hate?
And Calipari.
You want to know what else you hate, Marcus? They're always so fun to watch. Now we actually get now when they win, it's going to drive a knife into Kentucky fans' side. We really actually get to root for him now and be like, yeah. We liked it so much we hired Kenny Payne. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean that as
I know.
You know how I mean. That came off wrong. You know what I mean?
That was legit.
That was the reasoning behind hiring Kenny Payne. It's like, okay, we want to be that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like,
that's not an uncomfortable thing to say.
yeah. The way I said that made it sound like I was crushing him, but that's not. But like, even, okay, let's think of worst case scenarios. Rick Pitino. Would Pitino hurt my heart a little bit? Yeah, it would, but I could get behind not liking Pitino again.
That'd feel like Jordan and the Wizards.
Yeah, and I've watched Pitino in these big emotional rivalry games. I like my coach. And when I say my coach, I'm talking about PK. So I'm like, okay. I know. To answer Nick's question, I don't think so. I mean, I think few would do really good.
It's not the coaching.
Yeah.
It's the shrewd nature of Calipari. It's the shrewdness of him being able to listen, to have somebody get in trouble and him just be able to sweep everything under the rug with an arrogance of just like, again, he can't keep getting away. I can't watch.
I know, man.
Euless with the not one Euless with the money phone. Who was it?
Hagens.
Yeah, Ashton Hagens. Just money phone me like, hey, look, Steve. Hey, I mean, when it ain't going good, you gotta have the bag ready. You know, like no, you just admitted that you just got a shoebox.
You can't keep getting away with it.
No, that's a violation. That's a violation.
You can't keep getting away with it.
I had to watch Anthony Davis get his prostate milked in the locker room. And they went and won a championship. That should have been the funniest video of all time. But I couldn't even laugh at it.
Listen. Again, listen.
And won the title.
A press conference. He gets
spanked him in the locker room, butt naked.
He gets wasted, and he just, oh my dog, I gotta get home. Yeah, and if I'm a Kentucky fan that backs up Calipari, and he just gets to come here and say, questions, yeah, I'm gone.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Whenever he felt like it. I don't take questions from you.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? If any one of my coaches ever left the press conference like, yeah, my dog is.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine the cannibalism that would take place in this environment?
Yeah, it's Ross. I'm good.
I watched him have some of the most talented players, and he treated them like, they're not gonna be here next year.
Oh yeah, remember how mad me and you were that he had Alex Poythress? No, I mean, there's a personal connection there, obviously, with us and Alex.
Right,
us.
That's fine.
That's my guy. Me and AP.
Right.
He's not a Kentucky guy anymore.
No,
he's a Cal guy.
Oh,
I don't even like Cal. He might play. I wonder if he'll play now for us.
I'm gonna call him
for the Ville. But anyways, he had him sitting right up there. It was just like, well, next year we're bringing these guys. I mean, this year we just didn't quite have what we needed. And next year we'll have what we need. And Alex is just sitting there. Like,
he's sitting there.
I literally gave up my NBA career basically for you.
Coming back.
Because Alex would have been a surefire.
Yeah.
He leaves that. I mean, surefire.
Year.
Yeah.
Yep.
NBA draft pick. Yeah, and then injuries and stuff.
He tried to do the right thing.
Yeah. He's still winning. I mean, he's still fine. Yeah, but it's like, making plenty of money. He's good. His sister's done well for herself. And all that. But, yeah. No, it's just
it's phenomenal.
I don't even smoke. I might eat a cigarette.
Well, let's do it during a break. 939 The Ville.
I've been in this wheelchair for about 8 years now. People always ask, what happened? So I tell them, I was in a car crash. Kentucky, be safe and look out for pedestrians. Buckle up and put the phone down.
Paid with funds through the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety. Take a spin on up to 500 of the hottest games. Grab a bite to eat at one of the 3 restaurants or a souvenir at the Kentucky Derby gift shop. Watch, wager, and win with race and sports betting kiosks. Whether you want to get your night off to a hot start or give it a thrilling finish, Derby City Gaming downtown is Louisville's hottest play. The First Turn Sports Bar is now open. Watch all the big games on the 21 big screen TVs in the new First Turn Sports Bar, 140 South 4th Street. For more details, visit derbycitygaming.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
Are you expecting to be in the doghouse because of a dirty house this March during the heat of college basketball? Visit MadePro.com now for a free estimate. MadePro is Louisville's trusted professional home and business cleaning service. With services starting at just $150, MadePro can clean the mess while you enjoy the rest. Take a bite out of that honeydews while enjoying everything that is college basketball this March and visit MadePro.com now.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Does tax time stress you out? Are you filing online but not sure if you're getting the maximum deduction? Well, Truth Tax and Accounting is here to help make tax time stress-free. We offer individual and business tax filing. You can come in office or file completely online. At Truth Tax, we understand time is money and make filing quick and easy. Visit www.truthtaxes.com or to book your appointment, call or text us at 502-264-8863.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Louisville fans, Steve Rummage here. We all know the importance of making the right hire, especially when the stakes are high. In basketball and in real estate, the right leadership makes all the difference. Just because someone seems nice or they're a friend of the family doesn't mean they're the right person for the job. Hire someone with a proven track record of success, like you've heard me say for years. Call Josh Jarbo. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are turning tough plays into big wins, ensuring your real estate experience is nothing short of a slam dunk. And in need of financing? Say no to amateur moves and go with the best. With Motto Mortgage A to Z, you're getting the MVP of treatment. No more pain, just gains. So when you're ready to make your next big play in real estate, remember, with RE/MAX Empire and Motto Mortgage A to Z, it's always a full court press towards success. They're here to assist you in scoring the perfect property and navigating the financial hoops with ease. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, and let's achieve those real estate goals with championship precision.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker, owner of RE/MAX Empire, and co-founder of Motto Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Motto Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
Single game tickets are now on sale for the 2024 Louisville baseball season. Tickets are required for every ACC home game and matchups against Kentucky and Indiana. Single game tickets can be purchased for as low as $5 by visiting gocards.com/BSB tickets. That's gocards.com/BSB tickets. Explore all ticket options and be sure to grab your tickets today. We can't wait to see you at Jim Patterson Stadium. Go Cards!
Kroger always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Kroger app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. So you can always save big every day with our savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every home run, every hit, every inning, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. See for yourself when you sign up today and get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. 18 and over only, must be physically located in Kentucky. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
The sounds of spring can often be followed by the sounds of a broken air conditioner. With warmer weather ahead, don't wait for an emergency. So if you hear your AC unit making some unwanted noises, then call DFH Company today at 968-6222. Now when you buy a complete Train system, receive 10-year parts and labor warranty and up to $1,000 rebate on a high-efficiency system. It's hard to stop a Train, so call DFH 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial pound law on your cell phone. That's pound 529, offices Louisville.
Hey, Kentuckiana, Coach Dan McDonald here. In my 16 years of living in this community, I've had the great pleasure of being associated with some amazing teams. And I wanted to take a moment to talk about the wonderful team at Fitness Market. When my wife and I were upgrading our home fitness room, we knew there was only one place to go, Fitness Market. Fitness Market has been serving the Louisville community for over 10 years, and their service company, Treadmill Medic, has been in Louisville for over 20 years. When Julie and I walked into their store, we were treated like family, and that is exactly what Fitness Market is, a local family business. The Whiters and their team truly care about their customers, and they want them to succeed in their personal fitness goals. The team at Fitness Market has helped us create an amazing workout room in our home, and we couldn't be happier with our purchase. So when you are ready to add to your home gym, do what Julie and I did. Go see the winning team at Fitness Market.
So visit Fitness Market, 2 locations, Westport Road, just inside the Snyder, or Plantside Drive and Watterson Trail, or online at thefitnessmarket.com. Take a spin on up to 500 of the hottest games. Grab a bite to eat at one of the 3 restaurants or a souvenir at the Kentucky Derby gift shop. Watch, wager, and win with racing sports betting kiosks. Whether you want to get your night off to a hot start or give it a thrilling finish, Derby City Gaming downtown is Louisville's hottest play. The First Turn Sports Bar is now open. Watch all the big games on the 21 big screen TVs in the new First Turn Sports Bar, 140 South 4th Street. For more details, visit derbycitygaming.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Are you expecting to be in the doghouse because of a dirty house this March during the heat of college basketball? Visit MadePro.com now for a free estimate. MadePro is Louisville's trusted professional home and business cleaning service. With services starting at just $150, MadePro can clean the mess while you enjoy the rest. Take a bite out of that honeydews while enjoying everything that is college basketball this March and visit MadePro.com now.
Lanning Paints is truly Louisville's hometown paint manufacturer. We create architectural coatings for homes and ship our industrial and commercial products across the United States and even across the world. I am Aaron Lanning, and I am lucky enough to work alongside my father, Nick, who is our chemist and brainchild for our local brand. He is working daily to formulate finishes and coatings that will beautify your interior walls, basement and garage floors, driveways, fences, siding, brick, and more. Visit LanningPaint.com to learn more.
Just for that, Steve.
50630 to reach our Middletown location.
Just for that.
612-2138 for Dixie Highway, where we proudly offer a full array of Benjamin Moore products. Landing Paints, painting the USA from Louisville, Kentucky since 1983.
Hello, this is Dan McDonald, head baseball coach at the University of Louisville. You are listening to the home of Cardinal.
It's funny, I'm visiting there this weekend.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
For what it's worth, I didn't really like last night. It was what Cena, The Undertaker, just what the fuck happened?
Control!
No, they need to know.
Of the beat.
The Rocks can swear now. I'm swearing too.
About to blow. Waiting for me to stop.
Wait for the whoa.
The gun lights go up. Whoa. Whoa. My father said, when I was younger, what I dreamed. You took it all away. I give it all.
93.9 is number 93.9 is the station. While I sense a little heat coming off of Steve right now.
Thank you, Texter.
I'll take a second to remind everybody that temperature control is and always will be one of the most valuable resources one can have. And if you agree with that sentiment, then DFH Company is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222, or you can look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split, like the one we use here at the 93.9 Studios, sometimes referred to as the Players Club, for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222, or you can look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Is that a housekeeping moment? Yeah.
I mean, no, yeah, like I agree with this texter. Like, okay, here's the thing. The build to WrestleMania was good. The whole Mania to me was a little underwhelming, man. Like it didn't. And yes, part of it is the guy I hate probably more than I've ever hated a guy in all of wrestling won the heavyweight championship, which I knew. But here's the thing: I knew that was going to happen. So like I had prepared myself. Okay, he's going to win. It was
me acting like it's scripted or something.
No, I mean, listen, it was just. I mean, the whole both nights, it was like it was okay. I mean, but it just didn't. I didn't feel like it met the build. I mean, like last night, even the main event. Like now, I will say there was storytelling with Roman Reigns that we can get me and you can get
Put
into.
our wrestling nerdy hat on.
Yeah, and there was storytelling in that match with Roman Reigns and Seth that I thought was fantastic.
Yeah,
but like, it was kind of like, okay, well, here comes Cena and here comes Undertaker, which is cool. I will say, I always love the. You never go wrong
Legends.
with that.
Yeah, with the Legends.
But it was just like, oh, okay, here's a bunch of them, and all right, and Cody wins. Okay, yeah, like, all right, and then a bunch of people fake cried and acted like it was like, oh my God, oh my God, he won it.
Oh, like it was.
And here's the thing: fans are going to be booing him out of buildings in less than 2 months.
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, because that character doesn't work in wrestling anymore. The superhuman, eat your vitamins, say your prayers. It doesn't
He's
work.
Trying to restore humanity.
I know, and it doesn't work. Like
what I want to see happen, and I don't think it will, is I want The Rock to take the title off of him in a month and just nuclear heat. Nuclear.
I think you could get Rock versus Cody at SummerSlam possibly, and Seth versus. Like I said, I did like. There was, and let me be clear, there was a lot of good matches. Like I'm not saying it was a terrible WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, the wrestling was solid. I didn't watch any of
night two to me was much better than night one. Night one just was really.
I didn't really watch night one.
Kind of blah. The main event was good, but everything else just kind of
about
felt.
Trick Williams?
Oh, Trick Williams, amazing. He hasn't been called up yet though. But I can't wait to see a whole stadium. Whoop that trick. Whoop that.
If he just gets a little bit better on the mic, he's going to be.
See his texter. See what I said?
Mm-hmm.
It's talking. I was explaining that to Marcus. It's very underwhelming matches, lackluster. The surprises were nice. Yeah.
Is there somebody on the phone line waiting?
Reggie.
Yeah, and that's what I agree with. I don't know. It was just WrestleMania is one of my biggest things of the year, and it just to me it's.
What was your favorite food you got?
Okay, so I've started making these things. I found this guy on Twitter, and he calls the tortellini or the tortillas torties.
Mm-hmm.
So I call them torties now. He was like, so he's like, you take a tortie,
mm-hmm.
and then you put cream cheese on it, right?
Okay.
You cook up some mild sausage. I take a keto tortilla, by the way, tortie.
Okay. A keto tortie.
Keto tortie.
Mm-hmm.
Put some cream cheese on it, and you sprinkle some sausage on it, right?
Okay.
Good, thick amount. Good. Then you take some cheese, sprinkle some, I put cheddar on there, and then you put a tortie on top of that.
Okay, like a case of...
Yeah, but hear me out. So then you take pizza sauce on, and you put on that. Yeah, Eel Sky was awesome. I agree with that.
Yeah, that was good.
You put pizza sauce on top of that, and then I put some pizza blend cheese and some pepperonis. And then you bake it for about 12 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom tortie kind of crisps up.
Mm-hmm.
The top, cut it into 4 little triangles. They come out about, they're probably about that big, the little size, and it is just fantastic.
Perfect bite size.
Oh man, but I like cream cheese, like that type of fantastic. So I made me one of those.
It sounds amazing.
It was so good, man.
Xavier participate?
No, Xavier. The way Xavier consumes pizza is he tears everything off, including the cheese, and just eats the bread, like
the saucy bread.
Yeah, the saucy. That's all he eats. He don't care if it's thin crust. He don't care anything. He tears everything off, and he just eats that. Now I'll eat the toppings, whatever, but
you just go ahead and pick it up.
Yeah.
Reggie, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Marcus, Steve, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm sick of Roman lost out.
Oh yeah. Well, listen, me too. Now I'm trying not to be too biased but I knew that going in, so I was like, yeah.
I didn't want to believe it. I'm like, Roman, I ain't gonna lie, Roman got me back to watching Rivalry. I wasn't watching it. My kids were watching it. I'm like, man, who is this Roman? I said, okay, he's kind of, crowd, teacher crowd. Oh, yeah, I like Roman.
Greatest title run of all time. Yeah, we'll never see nothing like it again.
But what gave me a little hope was that Triple H said in the press conference that Roman's going on a different story.
Yep.
That's going to blow everybody's mind. So
Absolutely.
I just want to know what it is. Is the Shield getting back together? Is him and, But, man, I tried to go to sleep last night after that. And then I got something across my phone saying, Cal to Arkansas. And it's like, I got a boost of energy. I was like, oh, man, we are back. Because, hey, let's be honest. Cal's kicked our butts for the last, 14, 10, 12, 13 years, however you want, say it. But now those players ain't coming there no more. They come there for Cal. So they don't have to rebuild their whole roster. So I'm booking it, y'all. I'm booking a win in Rupp next year, y'all. I am booking a win in Rupp next year, and we're gonna take over this route.
I love it.
Appreciate the call.
Appreciate it, Reggie.
I mean, at least you feel like it's fair.
Yeah, that's the point, man.
At least you're gonna feel like basketball is fair.
At least you're gonna know when you go in there, it's gonna be like, okay, it's gonna be a college basketball game. It's not gonna be a G League team.
Versus
that give Cal credit, the mastermind that he was. When you saw that video, when he literally took Dwayne Sutton pointing at his watch, like or no, he did the write it down.
Oh yeah,
Cal took that moment and hyped that team up enough. It was like, we're gonna struggle
to where they felt like they were the underdogs.
Yeah,
they played like they're the underdogs.
I know.
I'm glad he's gone.
I'm so glad
he's gone. Until you breaking news, they've reached an agreement for him to stay longer.
I know. Like,
we'd have to delete all of records of this show if that happened.
Yeah, we'd be like, I was kidding. Underwhelming.
I got you.
He sucks. He sucks.
Rolling along 93.9 The Ville.
ACD.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg.
UK events on the line.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Smith Davis Marcus Baby. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Before we get to the phone lines, let me take a quick second to give a huge shout out and special thanks to one of the newest members of the team. That would be Kentuckiana Pump Sales. For every home, building, business, or municipality that all rely on the movement these pumps provide. People, the moment you need a water or sewage pump, you should be thinking Kentuckiana Pump Sales. They're like our first responders or essential personnel. Over 35 years of experience, best service, fairest possible price, and it's right over in Jeffersonville, Indiana. People, go see Harold or go see Mark. They'll find out exactly what you need. Utility, sump, affluent, grinder, sewage, anything you need. 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, of course. Or you can give them a call, 812-725-9217, or simply visit KentuckianaPumps.com. UK Vince, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Hey, how you doing?
Feeling good.
You guys been watching any news here recently? Anything interesting?
A tad
going
bit.
on? A tad bit. Marcus, I've been calling the show a long time. I don't know whether to feel happy or sad. I have no. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm listening. I'm sorry about that.
No. It's just a lot of mixed emotions. For the first time, we're going into a totally unknown. I have no idea if this is good, bad. I do want to refute one of your earlier calls. You talked about the players aren't going to come to Kentucky, that they were coming for Cal and everything. I agree with them, but I totally agree with them. But I'm just in today's day and age, I'm convinced, and I'm not saying this is sour grapes. I'm convinced unless you're Zion, Anthony Davis, Derrick Rose, and a kid named Cooper Flagg's coming in next year. If you don't know his name, get ready. Unless you're one of these just ultra really good best player in the country freshman, you're not going to make an impact in college basketball. Not today. Point in case, the best freshman in college basketball, according to was Reed Shepherd. He was voted, and we went out in the first round. It's just you're not going to win today with freshmen. So I don't know if a drop off in recruitment that would be, with the exodus of Cal. I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing.
Right.
I do know this. It's going to be really interesting next year because I have no idea. I have no idea who's on the coaching market. It's getting late in the day. You better get a coach fast because he's going to have to put a roster together. I'm positive that we're going to lose every player from this year. The recruiting class is going to be basically gone. Somebody's going to have to come here and start from scratch. I'm worried, but I'm excited at the same time. I think one problem that Kentucky's going to have, and I really fear this, is that the top coaching names out there, the reason they're the top coaching names is because they're being taken care of really well where they're at. You're not going to get Hurley out of Connecticut. You're not going to get Alabama's coach. You're not going to get these guys. I doubt you could get Scott Drew out of Baylor. That situation for him is excellent. Billy Donovan Billy Donovan didn't want to. He left college because he didn't like the recruiting grind. You think he's going to like this with NIL and recruiting and transfers now? You're not going to get him. So this is a curious situation we got. It's going to be a wild off season next year. 2 brand new coaches for Kentucky and Louisville. That is going to be an interesting game. And hey, I just don't know.
Yeah. Listen, UK Vince, I appreciate the call.
That was too much. Just Kentucky breakdown for me.
I do agree with them. Here's the thing, Steve, and this is kind of to address UK Vince.
I felt like I was listening to a Kentucky show there for a minute. That's too much.
Okay, I 100% agree. about the effectiveness of the young players, right? But here's where it's going to be beautiful for us, Steve. This is one thing that you and I have learned about sports. It's just like we learned just about life through sports. There is nothing that makes a fan more ridiculous than their need for a shiny new toy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Everybody loves the shiny new toy. And basically, Louisville has been sitting here watching another kid have a Christmas. I would imagine it'd be like one of the kids, like, let's just say, no, that's a terrible example. It's a very morbid example. Steve, imagine if one kid was treated good and the other kid was treated bad, and one kid got to open up all his gifts every Christmas, and the other kid got nothing.
That sounds horrible. Yeah, it sounds horrible.
That was our world.
Yeah, that's what we've been living in. That's what we've been living in.
We watch Kentucky, the little brother, get to open up all these gifts. They got the batteries too. Like they got the clothes, the batteries, the Jordans, and we just got to make do with the socks and underwear.
Also, they, I mean, somebody said Buzz Lightyear. We've been like Woody. What is that?
The discarded
flies.
I mean, we still get Christmas.
Yeah,
but we get,
but it's not the same.
We get essentials.
Yeah, I know. We got underwear and socks. And every once in a while, like when a new console comes out, we get that. And that was awesome. So Donovan Mitchell happens, and
right.
And stuff like that happens. But then, like, a lot of times we get like
you get Jordan War and then
Butch.
COVID.
Yeah, our big time toys were like DJ and Sam, and it was like, well, yeah, they're 5 stars, but are they? Yeah. like Mom, like these aren't Beats.
Bates.
Yeah, like
Bates by Dream.
I mean, these are dope, but they're not like.
Yeah, I don't want to be. I'm not,
I'm not knocking skull candies, for instance, but like I can go to Walmart and get some skull candies for like $30. 39, and they're good. They're really good headphones. But I asked for some Beats. That's all I wanted. Like that was the one thing I asked for.
My brother used to act like his Christmas gifts were so much better.
Yeah, even if they weren't, he made you believe it.
Yes, and that's what it was like.
It was like, you know what that was? That was I hide under the cover and I tell Xavier, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can see Disney World in here. I'm like, this is awesome. And he'll be like, let me in. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm here. I'm riding Slinky Dog.
Shut up.
And he thinks he's like,
is that not the cruelest thing you've ever heard, Nikki?
And
that's enough to put you in therapy.
I know. And he's
Steve
like,
just said,
my dad is at Disney World right
gets
now.
Under the covers and he can see Disney World. You gotta drive that baby insane.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
No, it's all and he is like freaking out because he's 5 and he's still to this day at 5 years old. It's like there's a portal. My dad's at Disney World.
He is doing this thing right now and not letting me see it.
Yeah, it's the worst thing ever.
Wait, who do you got on the phone? Sorry about that.
Butch,
thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, Butch.
Hey, what's up, Marcus and Steve?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Doing well. I want to give a shout out to my brother Vince that just hung up with y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, the king is gone. Long live the king. Bye.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Let's make sure we mark this.
They ain't done nothing in that tournament. Time to go.
That's right. Yep. See ya.
Arkansas gave them a big deal, huge deal, and for them to get in the tournament will be news. So we're gonna rebuild, reload, and y'all still gonna be the little brother that gets no Christmas gift.
Yeah, definitely, man. For sure. All right. Yeah, it was awesome, man. That sounded like somebody convincing themselves. Arkansas finally getting a turn. Arkansas was in the Elite 8 last year. or they were Sweet 16 last year, been the 2 Elite Eights before that. What are you talking about?
Do you care?
I'm glad. He got dumped by the girl. He's like, thank God. I hated her.
She was toxic.
I'm so glad that she broke up with me.
Whoa. I didn't get dumped. I broke up with her.
Yeah.
Whoa, hey.
I mean, it was trending that direction anyway.
I mean, her toenails were too long anyway.
Yeah. I like, hey, but
Bob.
It's going to be news for her and one guy to get together, though. Everybody's going to be like, oh, he's overachieved. And he's going to be the happiest man in school. And you're going to be like, yeah, look, I'm glad, man. She's stupid anyways. Dumb.
They deserve each other.
Yeah. Like, dude, they're like in Cancun together, man. Like, they're living the dream.
Or she's like a real estate.
Yeah,
doctor moved to Minnesota.
She moved to, I know. Yeah, she's buying houses in Laguna Beach, San Diego, right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean?
Hate you guys.
Thank God, I hate the medical profession.
Bob, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Well, hey guys, boy, I tell you what, I slept in late, and then but my phone just started beeping off and stuff about the witch is dead.
Yeah.
But anyway, from what I've read, Kentucky fans are kind of happy about this. They wanted Cal gone, and I'm sure Mitch did because there wasn't any love lost between the two. You know what? During the NCAA tournament, I remember when Kentucky got beat, and Jay Wright talked about how the days of the one and dones are over, and we'll see who Kentucky goes after. I mean, I saw that Rick Pitino put in an endorsement for his guy Mark Pope.
Yep.
Once he hangs up,
but that doesn't really thrill me. Well, I mean, I'm a Louisville fan, so they can get Arnold the Pig.
Right.
I'd be happy. On the other note about Louisville, it seems with the players that we've got, Dante Maddox visiting, and then the rumors of the Ohio State kid and a Tennessee kid. Kelsey is really going after guards who can shoot, which is great because when's the last time we had people who could shoot the ball? But it sounds like it may be like a 3-guard lineup with two big men, and I'm fine with that. I mean, the days of I would love to have Louisville shooting the 3 like they used to with Pitino, and none of this. The last 2 years, we didn't have anybody who could shoot the ball. We couldn't have anybody who could rebound the ball. We didn't have anybody who could do anything. So I'm excited about Kelsey, and go Cards, and I'll say SUK is what I call them. So, or KCD. But you all have a good one.
Appreciate the call for sure.
Aaron Bradshaw's in the transfer portal.
I did see that.
There's that.
That's how it starts.
To answer him, I think there's.
Can I get one?
Yeah.
That's the point.
Well, yeah, of course.
That's the tax.
Yeah. Listen, here's the thing. To answer his question, again, I have no knowledge of this. I'm just going by what everybody else knows. It feels like there's a good chance by next Monday's show, we could have the Freddie DeLone kid from Tennessee and Dante Maddox from Toledo. Let's play that game for a second. Because, again, you said it before, it's players, not names so much right now.
Yes.
Let's say that we get those two.
Mm-hmm.
And you add that with Rain Smith, who, by the way, Rain Smith could be playing in the NBL this year.
James Scott.
Yeah, and he's here. And he can play. James Scott, and then you have Terrence Edwards Jr. And then let's say you got Freddie DeLone, who, we can talk about here in a second, but, and you got Dante Maddox. That's a heck of a start.
That's maturity.
And
a lot of maturity, a lot of buckets.
And in all this, it's gotten lost that Coach Kelsey was on with Mark Ennis. Great interview the other day with Mark Ennis. And I mean, Coach Kelsey said, he's like, by mid to late May, you like to have the guts of your roster.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he's working now.
I was kind of explaining this. The process right now of circling back around to guys he may have took flyers on, but have been in contact with.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
I'm recruiting at College of Charleston, right? Talking about Coach Kelsey. Recruiting from, okay. You have to get a disclaimer that we just watched College of Charleston give Alabama a hard time.
Yeah.
A hell of a
Drop
hard time.
96 on them?
Yeah, big, gave them everything they wanted.
Yeah.
Like I said, Alabama could just go 2 to 3 guys deeper, with the high level athlete. But it gave them everything they wanted, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not taking away from anything Coach Kelsey did, College of Charleston recruiting wise. But you would think that some of those guys he took shots at, he just, Coach, I like you, I like our relationship, all this good stuff. It just, College of Charleston just seems a little too small time for me.
Yep.
So now he gets to circle back around to some of those flyers that, hey, I got a good relationship with these guys, blah, blah, blah. College of Charleston. Okay, now let's see which guys are more interested. We'll see which guys, so you get to really, he gets to like circle back around with all his good relationships, and he gets to tell. I kind of, I've told you this before. Y'all, I hate tiptoeing around some of these. When Godfrey he went from Murray State to Alabama, right?
Yep.
And for him to call me, the way his tone was when he called me, like, I'm going to Alabama and I want you to come with me.
Yes.
That feels different, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like where Kelsey is right now in my estimation.
Yeah.
He's in that, hey, I just got this Louisville job.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to get you to Charleston. We got a good relationship. You like my style and everything.
Absolutely.
Are you willing to, so I, without saying,
and I got this money. And I got this money, man.
And don't forget,
Yeah.
we're going to get paid over here too. So yeah, I listen, I
got these cheeseburgers, man.
I can see this going kind of fast.
Yeah.
And
it felt like that's kind of how he feels, man. Because he said, I mean, like I said, you're talking mid. I mean, again, I think it's a really good shot. He's got 5 by next Monday.
It's going to feel like forever.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. I mean, it's April 8th.
1 week is going to feel like.
I mean, the international branded coach, I mean, that he's bringing on, he couldn't talk about because the HR. But, I mean, you got to think that they probably got 1-2 up their sleeve there. And then you're like, man, when you start thinking about it like that, I'm like, okay, let me put you in a position where Monday we're at 5. Let's say he's got a
five
yeah,
players.
let's say we get Maddox and DeLone. Okay, we'll count those for the sake of the conversation. And you're in very good. It's not just pipe dream stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say the international guy's got a guy. Okay, well now you're at 6. Like
2.
Okay, 2. You're at 7. You're 3-4 away from having the guts of your, and that's what he said, the guts of your roster.
Yep.
To me, and this has always been my thing, by Memorial Day, oh, you're the man, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too.
I love you. I do. I've been, by Memorial Day, I'd like to see 10. I don't have to have 13. I'd like to see 10. And it sounds like he feels comfortable that could be the case.
And I only do this because if I'm at 8,
yeah,
you can really hunt late.
Absolutely.
Like
I say 10. I don't think that's a line of demarcation.
Mm-hmm.
He's at 9. Sucks.
Yeah, 8 and be on the serious. It's like 8 and NIL somebody over the head.
Yep.
Just we're gonna go take what we need
because
at 8 you get a vibe of what your team feels like. Okay, what do we need? Save those 2 spots of heavy energy. Coming in late.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, once I see the meat and potatoes part of the roster, I'll be excited about
Absolutely.
it. Yeah, and like I said, anything else like the home run guy, that could be late.
Yeah,
I'm totally okay with it. I'll tell you what, we'll get a little more into recruiting strategy, a couple other things, but we'll take our last commercial break. 939 The Bill.
Are you expecting to be in the doghouse because of a dirty house this March during the heat of college basketball? Visit MadePro.com now for a free estimate. MadePro is Louisville's trusted professional home and business cleaning service. With services starting at just $150, MadePro can clean the mess while you enjoy the rest. Take a bite out of that honeydews while enjoying everything that is college basketball this March and visit MadePro.com now.
The sounds of spring can often be followed by the sounds of a broken air conditioner. With warmer weather ahead, don't wait for an emergency. So if you hear your AC unit making some unwanted noises, then call DFH Company today at 968-6222. Now when you buy a complete train system, receive 10-year parts and labor warranty and up to $1,000 rebate on a high-efficiency system. It's hard to stop a train, so call DFH 968.
The odds that there are extra keys to your business just floating around out there. While it might be fun to play the odds on the Derby or Thunder, are you willing to gamble with the safety of your company? At Sonatrol, the #1 rated security company in Kentuckiana, we don't leave it to the odds.
Back in 45.
Hard entry systems, so you know exactly who is entering and when. Set schedules for your doors to automatically lock or unlock when you want, or control it all from an app. Call us at 502-966-8999.
Most people don't put much thought into the
Back in 30. Yeah.
Until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's been Days of Marcus, baby. 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. People, if we so happen to live through the rest of the day, if you've survived these recent high wind pockets, if your home has survived, remember this. Keep this in mind, because I know there's a lot of damage still done to people's homes. But remember, your home is your fortress. Your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course, they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today. What are you going to be looking for in the game tonight?
Oh, yeah, there's a game. Oh yeah, I forgot. Man, I think it's one of those things where UConn right now, man, just they have the perfect mix. But it's going to come down to me. How do they call the game for Edie? I think that matters. I mean, and I'm not like a Purdue hater or anything. Purdue won, I'll be fine with that. I don't care.
Whatever.
Yeah, but I think it does. There is such an emphasis on how are they going to call that game for him. If they call it, because Klingon, here's the thing. Me and you talked about it yesterday. To me, I think he's the best big man in the country, even over Edie. Like that dude. I told you, I said I've watched UConn, and I watched them a little bit during the year, but I've actually watched so much ball of this tournament. I've really enjoyed this tournament, man. And watching him, I've been like, how did we not hear more about this guy?
All right.
Like, this dude is incredible.
Yeah, he's agile. Like he's a
yes. Like he's a fantastic player, man.
Agile. Again, yes, of course, everybody has to get a little stronger. Everybody has to get a little stronger.
Yes.
And was he sophomore?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sophomore, I think.
He's a sophomore. But yeah, it's like he's high IQ. UConn, I enjoy looking at their IQ.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they're so fun, man. They're so fun to watch.
I enjoy the coach. Look, he coaches with an expectation too. Like he's not barking at him to motivate him. It's like, no, he feels, you can tell he looks like they put in the work already.
Yeah.
Like I think I put in championship work.
Yeah.
And we're just going to get out here and execute it out. That other kid too, the freshman, Castle.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's what I say. They're the perfect, UConn is the perfect.
They got a good mix.
They're the mix, man. It's like, we're going to sprinkle in a little, a 5-star. We got an international big man.
Yep.
Sprinkle that in. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's what you love about what Kelsey, it feels like what he's going to build. I mean, is he going to be Dan Hurley? I don't know, but Dan Hurley wasn't that much more,
Dan Hurley before Dan Hurley.
Yeah. But he wasn't much more Pat Kelsey than Pat Kelsey when he took UConn, I mean, obviously Rhode Island, the A10. I mean, there's a little Andy's a Hurley. He grew up as a coach. So, but yeah, man, they're
fun to watch.
Yeah, they're fun to watch, man. Yeah. So I think they win. I just think they're a machine, man. I mean, do you know Alabama the other night had a top 5 shooting game they've had all year, and UConn blew them out? And what did we all say going into the game? We're like, Alabama will have to score or have to hit threes at a massive clip. Well, they did. And they got blown out. UConn, you can slow them down. It just doesn't matter, man. They're a machine. And I'm kind of rooting for Hurley because he wins back-to-back titles. He's out. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he wouldn't leave UConn, right?
It seems like he's just getting it going.
Yeah.
You would.
Well, he's a Northeast guy.
If you won a championship and just left.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just don't. I mean, even if he loses tonight, I don't think he'll leave UConn. UConn's got more money than people think, too. That's another one of those schools. That's like, I had somebody tell me the other day, they're like, I don't think Arkansas is a good job. I'm like, Arkansas is a great job. It's a top 12 job. Well, UConn's up there, too. UConn's a top 10 job for sure.
Listen.
In college basketball.
I'll say this one last time. Any job that is a state school job cannot be dismissed.
Well, and UConn has so much ESPN money. I mean, like, that's why I was blown away that UConn didn't get picked in the ACC at that time. Granted, they're fine. I mean, UConn's fine, especially being in the Big East. But yeah, no, it's a great job up there. If you went back to back, you're not leaving. Because UConn can match Kentucky money. I mean, if Kentucky offers him 8, they can offer him 8. They offer him 9, you can offer him 9.
You can't let a coach like that go.
Yeah. And the Hurleys are good when they're in the Northeast. I mean, look, Bobby Hurley. I mean, he's out at Arizona State. They're okay because you're not in your wheelhouse, man. Yeah.
And the way they communicate, it didn't work.
Oh, they're one of the. Yeah, absolutely.
It didn't work out.
Absolutely.
Just go.
They're one of the funnest basketball teams I've ever watched. I mean, they're perfection. Like they are near perfection.
They're fun to watch
in basketball.
And like I said, and you know what they're trying to do.
Yeah,
you can watch them play and
Absolutely.
say, okay, they're trying to wear it down. Their game plans are very evident. Try to, we're gonna get 6 passes in, get it down to the block right here. Everybody knows their cuts. Everybody knows their, and even their bench guys, they really bought into. Like you get guys off the bench. Usually they try to do something to stay in the game, or just something to cause a bigger impact on the game. So, yeah. So yeah, I am excited about watching that national championship.
And I mean, college basketball on men's and women's side, it's very rare it ever happens in either one, but you're getting it in both. I mean, yesterday Iowa, South Carolina, that's probably the 2 best teams all year.
Mm-hmm.
Purdue, UConn, probably the 2 best teams all year. I mean, Houston flirted around, some of the others, but I mean, you're getting a matchup, and especially in the men's game, it doesn't happen. Like you don't get. I mean, when's the last time the 2 best teams? I mean, Baylor and Gonzaga maybe a few years ago was close in the COVID year, and
Mark, you got to win one.
No, he does. It's his clock.
His window's closed.
Yeah, I'm like, he's on coaching menopause. Like your clock is ticking, my man. Yeah.
Or he's going to have to move.
Yeah. Or go to Kentucky. He'd be a fantastic hire for Kentucky, man. It wouldn't be sexy, but he'd win. He'd win a lot.
Would they be able to do that?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a job you would go to. I mean, you'd be good there.
He might be out of his wheelhouse at Kentucky, though.
Anybody's going to be out of their wheelhouse at Kentucky. They're literally the perfect Kentucky coach is going to Arkansas today. So nobody is going to be able to, is going to be able to aesthetically, feel the shoes of him. You can win. This coach can win.
That's why you only said Donovan.
Yeah. Billy Donovan is the only hire that I think would be like, okay, that might do it. Yeah, that might feel it, man. That would be a very nostalgic hire for them, I think. Would be like, okay, we're back to old school Kentucky basketball,
You can't think of anybody else.
Really? I mean, and again, other guys will win there. Like, I mean, even as a Louisville fan, I hate it, but I mean, Kentucky's always going to be good, like whatever. I mean, listen, Scott Drew will win there.
Bruce Pearl
would win there. Like guys like that would win there, but it's not
going to feel the same. I mean, like I said, just again, I said earlier for those that are just joining us, it's the shrewd nature of Calipari and the way he operated.
Yeah.
Is what
the worst thing ever. The worst thing ever, man.
It was the worst thing ever. What
I've never been able to be more like I said this when we went to break. I said that was the most authentic segment of radio we've ever done. That wasn't just happiness about Louisville. And it was just the thank God.
Relief.
Thank God he's gone. Thank God.
No, you know what? You know what's funny? I think you and I said this probably within the last 2 years. If we get out of this era, with only one championship won by our rival, is the best thing that could ever happen.
Yeah.
You only got one out of this run. When did he come to Kentucky? 2000 what?
I think 09 or 10.
Yeah, it was 9, right?
09, yeah.
Yeah, 09, 10. That
season. About 15 year.
I mean, he was at Kentucky for about as long as Rick was at Louisville. I mean, since Rick's been gone, right. I mean, it was what, a 15, 16-year run?
15 years. I got one. I hate seeing the recruiting classes every year.
No, he's miserable, dude.
You never got in trouble for anything.
No.
Nobody ever got in trouble.
It's the worst. It's over.
They could do what they want.
It's over.
They use ESPN like it's their personal, YouTube channel.
Yeah. Like, I feel like somebody has like some crazy trauma that still doesn't believe it's over.
Me.
Yeah.
I keep looking up and I'm like, why aren't they saying finalized? They keep on saying finalizing. I wanted to say finalized. It won't be real until I see him go, whoa, pig suey.
Oh my God.
Okay.
It's immediate
Now it's real.
arousal. It's going to be. Get in here.
Oh, go stick microphones in Boogie Cousins' face and all them.
Oh, you mean all the new Arkansas alum? All the new Arkansas donors?
Where's Bam? Yeah. Where's Bam Adebayo going to be at this summer?
Yeah.
Good old Bud Walton.
We sacrifice so we sacrifice so we can live.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is gonna be fun.
No, it's great, man. It's great. It's been a great couple weeks,
Listen
man.
to Cal talk about how he always wanted to wear red.
Yeah.
That's gonna be so funny.
Oh man. And
he's gonna say that, right?
Oh yeah, and he's gonna be so motivated. Like, he's gonna dominate. I don't know if it'll last forever, but the next 3 years are gonna be like his first few years at Kentucky.
You remember how Rick would come back from the summer?
Yeah.
And he looked like a new person.
Yeah.
Cal, watch how much weight Cal loses.
It's funny you say that, Louis. I was talking to Louis in the back before the show, and he said the same thing. He's like, Cal's going to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to dye his hair.
Yep.
He's going to look fresh.
Yep. He's going to get a tan.
Because people down there are going to love him, man. I mean, did you see the reaction? Like, I think that caught some Kentucky fans a little off guard. Was the reaction when Arkansas fans were like, "What? You mean we're? Oh my God! Like, we're getting this guy? Are you kidding me?" It was uncomfortable when we had to say it a few weeks ago when they were like, when people would be like, "Would you take Cal?" Yeah, of course. He's a Hall of Famer.
We had to admit that.
They're a 3 seed.
Just 2
He's a
weeks
Hall
ago.
of Famer, guys. Listen, a month and a half ago, they were up 30 on Alabama, and all of us were going, Jesus, God, they're going to win the national championship. They're going to win the national championship. Can't stop them. They're an offensive juggernaut.
Oakland set this in motion.
Yeah, and that sweet. You want to know what really sent it in motion?
St. Peter's.
No, was the ACC inviting SMU. And that led to one thing, and then the SMU was like, their coach has been a little, so they were like, we're moving into a new conference. We need a fresh start. They let him go. They hired Andy Enfield. USC hires Musselman, or none of this happens. So give SMU a standing O when they come to town next year. Yeah, we're gonna be like, thank you. They're gonna be like, what? Why is the Louisville fans say, don't worry about it, but we appreciate you. Thank you for all you've done.
I think St. Peter's set this in motion.
Is there a fan? Is there a guy that like Arkansas people, or I'm sorry, Wisconsin people? Wisconsin, like there was a couple that was at Buffalo Wild Wings one day, and they had Wisconsin gear on, and I bought them a beer.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
and it was
It's on the
funny,
house.
and they were like, it was like it's on the house, and they're like, okay, what for?
Mhm.
I was like, because we owe you guys a debt of gratitude every time I see you guys.
We owe you something.
Yeah, I was like, and they were dying laughing, and they were like, "You guys are insane, man! Like, are you serious?"
Yeah.
And we were just like, "No, you don't understand what
8
those
years ago.
sweet angels, Frank Kaminsky and Sam Decker, did for us. You don't understand. That'd have been the greatest team ever. And there's no argument. They're 40-0. There's no argument. You're like, it's the best team to ever walk the earth.
That would have even sounded 40-0.
Yeah. Now it's just like, yeah, it was a good season. In the final 4 years, played good. Went out, gave 110%. You want to win, try to win. Do what you best you can.
Get back to the drawing board.
Yeah. You get back to the drawing board, see what you got next year.
Hit the recruiting trail. Got some new fresh faces in here.
I was like, God. Just fantastic.
Now, are you going to acknowledge Chick-fil-A at all?
Oh, God. Chick-fil-A. That mac and cheese, man.
I was gonna say, like, we got to make sure we acknowledge.
Oh,
people.
God, dude. Listen, and I always find the one that has the brown cheese in it. Oh, God. Listen, it's the best. It's the absolute best. Shout out Shout out to Chick-fil-A, man. And they listen, it's Mondays. They brought nuggies in for us today. We got some chicken nuggies. We got cookies. Did you get a cookie?
I did not get a cookie.
Oh, awful lot of nuggies you got over there.
Well, it was a 4 per box.
Oh, go ahead, man. Snatching everything in nuggies. I got you.
Yeah.
Listen, they're switching it up. Chick-fil-A has mastered the art. They've mastered it of the perfect combinations. There's nothing like a Chick-fil-A sandwich, fries, and that cheese sauce. There's nothing like nuggies and mac and cheese put together. It's the perfect, like they study that. There is scientists that have went into the room.
They study on Sundays.
That's what they do on Sundays. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Crack the code, maybe.
Yeah. No, listen, you go to church and then we do some, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what we do. And it's perfect.
I am excited about that.
Also, good point, man. Great point. Also, we owe Wisconsin because they hired Luke Fickell.
Oh, yeah.
Away from Cincinnati. Yeah. So
Get that one
that's a great point, Texter. Yeah. So Wisconsin, man, just.
You got your glasses ready?
Yeah, I do actually.
Your dad got his mask.
Oh,
ready?
my dad's probably sitting outside now with a welding mask on. He's so excited.
How you gonna celebrate the great eclipse?
I'll be here working, but I'll maybe stick my head out for a second. I think Nick's got a few extra ones.
Listen, my dad is jacked for this thing. Like my dad's like, look, the next one's in 40 years and I'm going to be dead. He's like, so that's what he said. He's like, I'm not going to see. He's like, I'm 60 some. He's like, I'm not going to see another one.
Is he being morbid?
Yeah. He's like, and I'm going to, my mom, everybody knows, my mom is recovering from lung cancer, and they're going to be on the way back from one of her maintenance treatments that she's getting down the stretch here.
Mm-hmm.
And Dad's like, we're going to pull over. He's like, he's got his stuff. He's like, we're pulling over the side of the road.
Does he know where he's going to be at?
Yes.
Okay.
He's like, Dad's already timed it out. He's like, the way I time it out, it's in Bardstown. He's like, I should be somewhere close to Cedar Grove exit and Shepherdsville. He's like, we're pulling off. He's like, and I want to see it. I'm like, yeah. And my mom's like, I don't know why you're doing this, because God's coming back right in the middle of it. So the Rummage House is a unique place.